Here's the truth about God. In this channel, me being the divine oracle, um, as a non-subscriber said, self-proclaimed, definitely not that. I've been raising capital in Wall Street, this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. People have been calling me seers for years. I didn't even, people was calling me a seer. I didn't even know what a seer was. I never even heard the term seer. Never even, as long as I've been studying the Bible, I don't even remember seeing the word in the Bible. Till I looked up, why does this person, why does this man keep calling me a seer? Anyway, so now there's an energetic play out in the universe about this girl who, yeah, allegedly gets raped by Diddy and Jay-Z and quote unquote has autism. Let me stand firm and let me correct the narrative right now. I was dating a guy for the last 4 years, and I would say specific things to him, and he would just sit there and look stuck with his head tilted to the left and right and just stare at me. No response, no nothing. Rewind. Before I relocated back to my hometown, I joined a church. And me and the pastor that had just got the new job as a pastor at this church, the First Baptist church in the state of New Jersey, where a pastor has ever been knighted by the Queen of England. This pastor, we were having some kind of conversation about me and who my husband was and something, and who's my husband's going to be. And I said, you remind me of who God showed me my husband is going to be, something to that effect. And then he replied, I don't have Asperger's. And I said, and I laughed and walked away because I didn't want to look stupid and because I didn't know what a damn Asperger's was. Don't you know that Sunday? Because I used to love going home from church and making my Sunday dinner all to myself. Like there was something about being single and just coming home from church, smelling good, feeling good, got to work, and just putting my Cornish hen in the oven, baked potato, whatever. You know what I mean? How I did it on a Sunday, right? Doing my laundry, just being a grown ass woman in a brand new 24 Jones in New York City, or not 24 Jones in Newark, New Jersey. Oh, that was the most blissful time, even though I had spies living next door to me watching my every move 24 bingo 24 hours a day. I tried to ignore it. But anyway, so I Googled Asperger's. It's a form of autism. So I said, wow. So he said, basically, I said, basically, my pastor was referencing that, my, who I was going to marry is going to have a form of autism. So that stuck with me. And that was in 2017 17 when he said it. Yep. Because it was just after a week of Epiphany. In church there's a break that my church has for an extended period of time, and it's like right around the week of Epiphany. So I wrote a song about the week of Epiphany because I was learning from the church that I was a member of about the week of Epiphany, this, that, and the other. So I wrote music about that and how I would have an epiphany and da da, et cetera, et cetera. Unreleased, still in the archives, whatnot. So I moved away out of New Jersey back to my hometown, and I meet this guy in 2020, and we're, you know, engaging with each other. 2 years into our situationship, because it wasn't a relationship. I don't consider anything a relationship unless two people agree on what the situation is. And this has been a fight with me and this man for 4 years. He never asked me to be his girl or never asked me to be in a commitment, so we were never in a relationship. And I know that may sound bad on me, and my integrity and who I am as a woman and what I represent. But I had been faithful to someone who may not have been faithful to me, waiting on him to say, I would love for us to be committed. Never did that. And rightfully so. I didn't have to, I can go on dates with anybody. He can go on dates with, I was fine with all of that. Well, I wasn't fine with all that because I wanted us to be committed, but at the end of the day, he never committed. Anyway, me and him had this conversation. When I met him, the first thing God told me was study him because I'm going to teach you some things. So he told me a lot of things, but one thing that's happening in the Diddy situation right now is a woman, the third, said she got raped by Diddy and Jay-Z, who back when she was 13. She's 38 now. She lives in Alabama. She got transported by a firm from Rochester, New York, to a VMA award in the year 2000, and she's proclaiming she has autism. I said, okay, now I see what's going on. They studying me, trying to get me. They trying to get information out of me, trying to figure out what my angle is. First of all, let me help you understand. My angle is God. So if you think you're gonna play on the people of the world with these illusions, okay, to try to get information out of me, instead of just straight up coming to me and ask me what it is, you're sadly mistaken. You're actually dig a hole, dig a hole, dig a hole. Go ahead, bury yourself, okay? Because that right here, who I am, this. Let me help you understand. It's not that. So anyway, I'm dating this guy. This why on this Pandora. I'm dating this guy, and after 2 years of engaging with him, 2.5 years, I would say, I finally said, I said to him, because I remember what my pastor said about I don't have Allsburgers. And of course, from that point, I studied what is Allsburgers, da da da. I even came in, into contact with people who had kids with autism and this, that, and the other. So, I literally realized that this man, he has a form. He has some type of, I don't want to say he has, the guy I've been dealing with for 4 years, it's just, I don't want to say he has, there's something just not right. He can tell you. I even said, oh, you're not from this planet. There's no way you're from this planet. And you don't know this and you don't know that, da, da, da. I'm just like, okay, maybe this man is playing on my psyche, this, that, and the other. Maybe he's an alien. Maybe he's the devil. I don't know. Maybe he's the Messiah that came from heaven and is not, acclimated to this world and this realm we live in. And he's trying to figure out how things work, whatnot, whatnot. But, we were having this conversation and I said to him, I think my approach was, yeah, I didn't want my family to know. I went to the doctor and they diagnosed me with Asperger's. And when I said that to him, and I repent, God, Most High, forgive me, please forgive me, because I didn't intend to lie to him, but I wanted him to open up to maybe the reason why he was acting the way he was acting, doing the things he was doing, is because he's autistic in a form of fashion. So when I said that, he said, he said to me, "You ain't got no Asperger. I know somebody with Asperger. My daughter has Asperger's. Da da da." And immediately it clicked that he understood what I was saying, but he didn't understand the angle in which I was saying it from. Right. So I know for a fact he's from the West Coast, and he's a part of the somewhat Diddy. And I'm going to say somewhat. Most High says it is what it is. He's a part of the Jay-Z Diddy situation in one way or another. I don't know how. And I pray that it wasn't true, but it is. When this autism ish came out, I said, okay, he's talking. and he's trying to make light of who I am, or not who I am, of the situation and his position and this, that, and the other. Da, da, da. What we're not gonna do, and this is why I'm putting this on record, and I'm gonna upload this. What's today's date? Saturday, December 14th. Can you guys see that? No, December what? I'm bugging. Yeah, December 14th. What we're not gonna do is discuss um we're not gonna use information that I use to placate getting the truth out of somebody. Um and make it a national experience. And I hope this woman who's saying that she was 13 and this happened, I just hope anybody who's coming forward and saying anything, I hope y'all, I really, really, because the way I pray for people like me. And if you know, like I know, you don't want to play with, you don't want to play on no lies. You don't want to over exaggerate anything. You don't want to do none of that. If it ain't truth, you better don't play this game because the wrath is going to be heavy. Okay. And if it is true, you better come forward because the glory and the justice is going to be heavy. Now, I'm not encouraging anybody to attack another person. But if you feel like you're a victim in any way, including the celebrities, fight. But don't fight if you're wrong. I'm telling you right now because even okay, so I've been speaking back and forth. Actually, I've been acquainted with this person that's a part of the Big Diddy and Jay-Z situation on a heavy level since 2020. This person finally reached out to me again, and I knew it couldn't be nothing but God. Um, so I've been communicating with this person, and I'm gonna tell you what. This is not something that this is something very serious for the Most High, because did not only did okay, so the Bible speaks of the false prophet and the false bride. And these are two people that are significant in the Bible that's not mentioned to be sent into damnation. Okay? The falsies. And I thought about it. And this person that I've been communicating with that is connected to this entire situation in a significant way, um, there's some things that I want to communicate with this person, but I haven't had a chance. As a matter of fact, it's not going to happen. Um, over the wire, over the internet. It's definitely going to have to happen face to face and isolated in this, a random location, chosen, um, last minute. Like, like it's just, because if any, like, I'm literally, I'm literally the character that Aaliyah played in Romeo Must Die, I'm her. Like like I'm her, my father's him, and like it's just it is what it is. Um, so I say all this to say that when I did the Diddy prediction, and you can go back in my predictions. There's a folder I have on my YouTube, not a folder, but a tab I have on my YouTube that is all my prophecies. And when I drew the cards the same day that the allegations or the raid happened and Diddy's place happened, um, I like Most High showed me sex trafficking. I can tell you hands down right now, this is what attorneys want to know. Where it concerns me. Have I been to a Diddy party? Have I been to what? How do I know Jay-Z? How do I know Diddy? Da da da. Well, um, I've been to a listening party with Jay. Not no with Diddy. And I want to throw this out because the person that I've been communicating with that's very closely related, or not closely related, but connected to this whole Jay Z Diddy situation. He mentioned something about his storage, and my storage was broken into. Not bro, it wasn't even broken into. I left my key with the manager at the storage company, Cube Smart to be as a matter of fact. And when I went to after 4 years of not going, I had a moving company move my stuff in storage, and then after 4 years, and it's just like tending to like trying to figure out what's going on with my own family. I went and just wanted to go breeze through, check through my storage. All of my like my paper documents was taken from the storage. Here's the crazy part: the stupid idiot that took went into my storage and took the paperwork didn't take the mothership. They overlooked the mothership, which was the computer. Everything that was printed and put it in my physical file cabinet. I had a like old school file cabinet with like steel. You know what I mean? A heavy, heavy, heavy file cabinet. All my paperwork that was in that file cabinet. Guess what? They didn't take the machine that all those paperwork that was in the file cabinet was printed from. So these mofos tried to manipulate any paperwork that has. I have the original digital files in the computer. So when they went into my locker, when they went into my storage, they overlooked my computer because it looked like a flat screen TV. It was basically a flat screen TV, but with the hard drive and the motherboard and all that in like it was a computer. It was a flat screen computer. It was literally, but the motherboard was in the screen. All I need to do is just attach a mouse and a keyboard and da da da. So when they went in when they went in my storage, they took everything out the file cabinet, but didn't take where the source of the files came from. So when I went to my storage unit, I said, God, yo, I said that was the biggest blessing ever because I said they stupid, they played themselves. Whatever they did, they're gonna try to erase. So anyway, I'm on the phone with this dude. We going back and forth. We talking, and he said, "Yeah, I gotta get to my." Just like random, like just out of nowhere. I gotta get to my storage in Jersey. Da da da. And I said, "Hmm, yeah, me too." So I'm like, okay, he knows about my storage in Jersey. The crazy thing is that I have the mothership. I have the source of every document printed that was in that file cabinet. So let's just say Jay-Z and his squad needed to finesse the situation and use a real estate broker and make them look incompetent and this, that, and the other. I don't know what it is. I don't know but when I called Q Smart, they said, "Oh, well, you don't have evidence of anybody trying to break and enter." Okay, cool. They're not gonna pay me insurance for my losses. Cool. Okay, cool. I'm a real estate broker. You know what I mean? So I have to make sure that any client that I ever represented, their files and case, their files, their personal information is completely taken care of, whatever. So I said, okay, you know what? Now I really gotta pray these prayers to the Most High and God. Listen. I gotta pray prayers to the whole squad. I gotta put petitions out for the whole squad. At this point, I know I'm being sabotaged. I like my clients, people looking at me weird and different. Like I did some. I'm like, why is all these people following me? Why do people laugh? They laugh at pointing like, what is going on? Like, what is really happening? This is not a joke to me. So now I'm starting to pray that Everybody, whatever has been done to me, I don't care if it's the slickest snide laugh, chuckle. I don't care what it is. Everything that has been done to me, everybody who's participated and had a listening ear and never came to me and said nothing is going to feel the wrath of what they're going to feel exactly what they inflicted on me. What I don't care if it was a sentence spoken 4 words. I don't care if it was a whole paragraph. I don't care what it was. This is the type of prayer I'm praying. The wrath. This is like the Lamb's wrath prayer. Nobody gets off. Nobody gets a break. Nobody gets nothing because nobody knows how it feels or felt to be me during this time. I've been violated. My stores has been broken into. Like I'm going through stuff with my own personal family. Like nah, it's not. And I want whoever is involved. I want everything that about them to crumble. This is what I'm praying to the Most High. I'm tired of I'm tired of going through this. I'm tired of going through that. I'm tired of feeling stifled. I'm tired of feeling setback. I'm tired of all this. I don't deserve it. I never would ever do any of this, any whatever all the stuff that has been done to me. I would never ever think to do anything like this to anybody else. So whatever anybody got, what it coming is well deserved. You mess with the wrong one. You actually mess with the chosen one, and that's no cap, no nothing. So boom, go back to the autism situation. When autism, yet today or earlier yesterday, the girl came out and said she had autism and she traveled from Rochester, New York to New York City. Listen, I don't got nothing to do with that. I don't know what that is. I'm here as a voice, as a source, as a vessel of the Most High. I'm not playing about what God gifted me and gave me to be me and how I am. I don't care if my family is against me. I don't care if people who call themselves friends and they knew me. You don't know me at all. I came back to my hometown to see about my family, and everybody hates me. They hated me because I was me as a child, but now they hate me even more because I went to New York City and became something, right? So now they want to make me feel away. Oh, well, you know you're not from New York, but you want to know what? I left when I was 17. I grew up. I was raised from childhood to a teenager, a pre-adult in my hometown, and I became a woman in New York City. I left my hometown when I was 17 and I got to New York City when I was 19. And I left and I came back to my hometown when I was 38. So I became a whole adult woman in New York City. You're not going to take that from me. And I don't care if you don't like the way I talk. And I don't care if you don't like what I have to say. At the end of the day, yeah, where I came from raised me, but New York City made me a woman. It helped me understand the game, helped me understand how to fall back and watch the scene and watch everybody play themselves and play the backseat and let God do what God do. It's amazing to me how all this it listen, again, I don't wish nothing bad on nobody. And I'm not gonna like, okay, I'm not gonna just automatically come out of nowhere and say I stand behind somebody on such and such. Repentance is free. That thing is free. When I tell you repentance is free for your wrongdoings, it's almost like God said, "Oh, wow, she or he got on their knees and they repented. We're gonna wipe that. We're gonna get that out of here." But when you are pompous and cocky and arrogant, and you don't you don't have no remorse for what you do, guess what? It's wide open. Game time. You think that you're above? The person that put the being that put that sun and the moon in the sky had the rain come out the sky so that the plants it fertilized the water and allow plants to grow so you can have a vegetable or two. You think you're gonna disregard that? Are you dumb? It's New York City. Are you dumb? Like, you know what I mean? And I don't proclaim to be gangster, but living in New York City 20 years, you know what I mean? This is how we talk. This is how, anybody from I don't care if you like when you live there long enough, you just talk how you talk. I came back here and people was just like, "Oh, she thinks she all that because she talk like she heard it." No, I don't. I don't think I'm all that because I talk like I'm from New York City. But I became a woman in New York City. How about that? From 18, came back 20 years later. Not because I wanted to, because I ended up stuck feeling sorry for my father and my mother. And people don't even feel like my father's really blind. This shit is crazy how this shit is going. But at the end of the day, I'm telling you, everybody who participated gonna pay. And I don't care. I'm not, there's nobody I'm interested in giving a pass or remorse. Nothing. If I had to endure what I have endured for the amount of time I've endured, I'm gonna, I, no, I'm not gonna, I have blessed, I've already blessed those who have blessed me with what I have endured for the time I've endured it for the same thing. Since you felt like I deserved it, I bless you with the same thing. I bless you with what you felt like I deserved. I bless you with what you know. Since you can call shots over somebody's life and people's life, yeah. Congratulations, Merry Christmas. Now I want you to endure what you put me through via ill will, misinformation, whatever you want to call it. I bless you with what you thought you were condemning me and hexing me with. People decide what they want to do. Now, okay. A lot of people say that I can be brutal. And forgive me if you feel that way. I repent if you feel I'm coming off brutal. But the Bible clearly says an eye for an eye. Do unto others. You reap what you sow. What do you want me to do? Either the Bible is a lie or it's not, and I stand on that. And believe me, because I understand those principles, I'm never going to do anything that to anyone that I cannot endure. But and you want to know what the crazy thing is? Even things have even if things have been done to me that I didn't deserve to endure happens. Yeah, I still stand on those principles to unto others. Sometimes people are out here doing things to people that didn't even deserve it, and be surprised that they actually endured, and then get shook because they endured because they know what's coming back. Yeah, whole lot heavy. Nobody gets a pass. And this is how the Most High operates. The only way a pass is given is if you would is through admitting your admonishment. You understand what I'm saying? Like, You would have to imagine being a billionaire and admitting that it's just too deep. So this is just a rant. I don't even know like what I can call this. It's deep, but let me pray. Oh gosh. Does Jay-Z have any pending charges? Mm. So before I shuffled, I was gonna say no reversal. So basically, they're slow coming. First, it was a no, but then it was a slow coming. So we're gonna do this. No reversals on anything the Most High pulls. Does Jay Z have a case against him that is coming and that is real and that he should be concerned about? Mm, 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 mm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Queen of Swords. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is somebody who can manifest easily. Someone who's autonomous, sharp, and can't be tamed. This, yeah, yeah. Give me clarity. Nope. Bingo. Clarify Queen of Swords. And when I tell you, this is this Queen of Swords is basically is the woman who got kicked out of the mansion. Diary of a Black, Diary of a Mad Black Woman energy. The Queen of Swords is Diary of a Mad Black Woman energy. When the Puerto Rican chick left old boy handicapped and without nothing and came back to feed him and said, push the food and say, eat this. That's the Queen of Swords. That's the queen. That's the Queen of Swords energy. The Queen of Swords always know she's justice. She holds the scales. I'm a Libra's son. She always knows you're gonna need her at the end of the day. Clarify. Friday, Destiny, Hate and Punish, Sadness and Angry. So basically, Jay's gonna feel like someone wants to. That he's gonna be sad. He's gonna feel like someone hates to, and punish him. Jay, you gotta own up. You gotta own up to it. You gotta own up to it, Bucko. You wanted something real bad. You got it. Now you gotta pay the piper. You wanted something real bad. You got it. Now you gotta pay the piper. You got something that didn't belong to you, Jay. Like that's just it. Just do it. Just pay the piper. Like because you know who you stole from. You're actually supposed to be on that. What they're doing for what they're doing and how they're earning their living. That's who you're supposed to be. But you wanted what who you are and what you got that bad that you was willing to like do the most to, you know what I mean? Like, bruh. And then you pull several people down, and that's Jay. Okay, so let's talk about Diddy. How does most high feel about Diddy? He doesn't have the whole world in his hands anymore. But we're gonna do that. We're gonna do this again. No reversals. No reversals. How does the most high feel about Diddy? How does the most high feel about Diddy? What is the end game for wow. Wow, 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 wow. This is about to be deep. Diddy, it came out reverse. How does the Most High feel about Diddy? And then I asked the questions and it came out upright. And I don't know if I put it back in the deck upright. We're going to do it again. No reversals. It says Diddy has the whole world in his hands. And we know who is in control of the world until the Messiah rescues his bride. The devil is in control of earth and every inhabitant until the Messiah comes to rapture his bride. Wow. Okay, no reversals. Whatever Diddy has, Queen of Pentacles or Queen of Cups, whatever Diddy has, he is super. He has. I ain't gonna hold you. It seems like Diddy has the tea. It's like Diddy holding. I swear, with this Queen of, it's like Diddy is in good spirits. He or like he's secure. Queen of Pentacles. I mean Queen of Cups. Give us one. Give us what you want to show us. How does the Most High see Diddy? Mm-hmm. He said off the top, he's gonna fall. Yeah, he's resting in confinement somehow. Yeah, he the Most High saying he's gonna be released from suffering. That he's gonna be able to recuperate in a sacred space, quiet to decompress and have some me time. I don't know how that's gonna happen. That's the message for Diddy. How does Diddy feel about Beyonce, Giselle? No reversals. Wow. Mm-mm-mm. We're gonna leave that alone.